What's up, guys? It's Will here, back again, and today we're here to go over something very exciting, and that is a ton of new photos. I believe it's 56 to be exact, new photos of the InArt Joaquin Phoenix 2019 Joker figure. Well, really, it's like a 2-pack and a 4-pack, but we're going to talk about that, guys. We're going to break everything down, but before we get started, make sure to click that like button, subscribe down below, and click that notification bell for updates related to this channel so you don't miss any news that we go over, just like this amazing InArt Joker that we're going to talk about today. Guys, that said, let's get into it. Before we take a look at all the photos, because there are a lot of them, like there are 56 of them, let's take a look at what InArt actually wrote here about this Joker. We still don't have a price, just to be clear, but we will soon, because the pre-order is going up on the 30th, which I believe is going to be Wednesday for us in the States, so we're going to find out sometime around then. So InArt's saying they have a meticulously designed Joker from 2019, the Joaquin Phoenix version. The pre-order is January 30th at 20 GMT 8. I'm gonna have to figure out what time that is exactly. I'm sure that's gonna be Wednesday morning sometime for me in the Eastern time zone. But there are two versions. This is the most important part that I want to go over. There's a deluxe version and a premium version. The deluxe version is the deluxe version. The premium version is the top of the line version. So we're gonna go over both and what they entail, and then we'll maybe speculate a little bit on price without having any information. So the deluxe version, you get the one rooted hair Arthur Fleck head sculpt. So the Arthur Fleck in the coat, in the brown coat, that's the Arthur Fleck you're gonna get. Then you're gonna get the rooted hair Joker, the Murray Franklin version. Two bodies, of course, you get the Murray Franklin talk show Joker outfit and the Arthur Fleck body. Two sets of clothes, obviously, from those what I just mentioned. The shoes, the interchangeable hands, two different bases. So you're gonna get a Murray Franklin talk show backdrop, a base, and then 14 accessories. Premium version, you get 4 Arthur Fleck figures. So you get the bathroom Joker scene, right? You get that whole setup. You get the hospital Joker scene with the clown wig and all that type of setup. You get the rooted hair Joker from the Murray Franklin show, and the rooted hair Joker, all of them rooted by the way, but rooted hair Arthur Fleck as well. You get 4 bodies, 3 sets of shoes, because I guess one of them doesn't need shoes. And yeah, it's a lot. You get 3 bases, but 4 figures. So one of them does not have a base. That would be the green-haired sort of clown version, you know, from the hospital scene. That one does not have a base, unfortunately, which is a little bit interesting. So they give you all the dimensions here. It's a pretty extensive size base. I mean, if we look at the staircase base, the depth is, 18. The Murray Franklin show is 24 centimeters. So these bases are going to take up a decent amount of real estate. But let's get into the actual photos. So first things first, you can't really get much from here besides the tailoring, but you do get to see the clown mask itself, which is pretty cool, but no one's really going to use that besides him maybe holding it. You're certainly not going to cover up these beautiful sculpts with that. So there's the staircase base. As you can see Joaquin doing his infamous dance there, which I think is a pretty iconic scene. You love to see it. So this is Joaquin at the Murray Franklin talk show. You are going to see a lot of people recreate this scene because this is the most iconic scene in the entire film, and this is going to be one that I think a lot of people are going to go for. He still has the widow's peak as of now, which I believe is probably going to be adjusted at some point due to community feedback, but at the same time, I think it still looks great nonetheless. The head sculpt is not a 10. I do think it has a little bit of room for improvement, but it is by far the best Joaquin Joker that has been made in a licensed capacity, and probably even unlicensed for that matter. Maybe there's some customs out there that are pretty good, but I think this looks really great. So we're looking at the Arthur Fleck figure here. This is not going to be everyone's cup of tea, so to speak. I think everyone's going to be different in what they want with this one. Remember, though, InArt had stipulations from Warner Bros. This had to be high-end and at least $1,000 US retail. So because of that, they tried to pack in as much value as possible, and that includes Arthur Fleck, bathroom scene, stuff like that. So overall, I love how this tailoring looks. I'm not crazy about this head sculpt. I think this needs some work personally. It almost looks like he has like makeup on or something. Something looks a little bit off. I don't think that this one is terrible. I think it kind of is akin to Aragorn before they updated it. InArt tends to announce something and then provide updates after the fact, which is honestly, I think, a good strategy overall. From this angle, it actually looks really solid. You see he has the nose there. He has his little clown, little wand thing. But I think this actually looks pretty cool. Tailoring looks good. Head sculpt looks good from that angle. From this angle, definitely looks better too. You can pose him in a lot of different stuff. There's a lot of personality there, even though he's just wearing clothes. Not going to be the most shelf presence heavy figure on your shelf, but at the same time, it still looks good. The sculpt is certainly good, don't get me wrong, but compared to the prototype that we saw, I think it was back at the Beijing event, right, in China or something like that. I don't remember which event it was, but the event recently where InArt showcased a bunch of figures, including one of them being the Joaquin Joker and the Arthur Fleck. I think that was something that for sure it looked a little bit better at that point. And I'll bring up that photo in a little bit just to showcase what that actually looks like. But yeah, I'm not as crazy about this version in particular. So you can see the bathroom diorama set here. I think this looks pretty cool. There is the Murray Franklin Arthur Fleck version there, as you can see. I think honestly this head sculpt is really good too. The makeup covers up any sort of deficiencies and the lacking elements of the likeness, which I think overall it's pretty good. People will be happy with this, but I do think it could be a little bit improved here. Again, the Arthur Fleck, same thing. I think it's good, but I do think it could be improved. This Joker version, yeah, I think looks solid. I think this is probably like a 9 head sculpt, but I'm hoping they get it to like Aragorn heights, which would make it a 10. And I think at that point I'd be a little bit happier. But this is going to be a pre-order. But look, guys, look, I'm sorry, we'll go over this, but I'm not sure I have space to display 4 Jokers. Actually, I know I don't. So 2 would really be pushing it. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to make a tough decision and figure this out, but I am going to pre-order this. It's just a matter of which version I'm going to pick up. But let me know in the comments below which version you're considering pick up. Maybe none of them. Let me know. And don't forget, we're interviewing InArt tonight. If you're watching this video on Sunday, the 28th of January, we're interviewing InArt tonight at 8:15 Eastern. If not, if you're watching this video later, go back and watch the InArt interview that we did. Time works in, it's not linear, so it's all good. So you can see there, we got the Arthur Fleck Murray Franklin Joker set up again. And yeah, I think this overall still is a good looking piece, but it's not quite perfect. Let me showcase something real quick for you guys, because I want to share a photo of what the prototype of Arthur Fleck looked like at the original event. So here we go. You can see different lighting circumstances, different pose, all that stuff. But doesn't this look a lot better than what we ended up getting? So I'm, I hope maybe they either go back to this or maybe update it to get it closer to what this was. Because if we take a look maybe more at some of the more Arthur Fleck type stuff, there's Joker with some pill bottles, some more stuff like that. There's the Murray Franklin talk show version again. That still looks pretty good there. I like that pose a lot with the backdrop. That looks really great. Same there. The bathroom pose, I think, is really, really nice. So that's really cool. The closed eye, this might be the best head sculpt of the 3, but maybe it's something to do with the eyes then, because the eyes are closed on this one and it looks great. The hair also looks better on this one, which is interesting. Again, there's the Murray Franklin version, which is what everyone wants, which is why they're highlighting it so frequent. This is the redheaded stepchild of the group. I think this is the one that people don't really give a shit about. It's good that InArt is including as much value as they possibly can, but I don't think that this one is going to be everyone's cup of tea. I think this is the one that you're going to see parted out quite frequent on collector groups. And I think this is probably going to be most likely the most parted out figure in a while, just because a lot of people probably only want the Murray Franklin version, or they just want the Arthur Fleck version with that. So they get the deluxe, I get that. But a lot of people might want the bathroom version, right? This version right here, which is really good. And they don't want all the other stuff. So you're going to see, I think you're going to see this one parted out quite frequent. Yeah, this looks good. Again, I don't mean to insinuate that it's not good. I think the cleft lip is overall pretty solid. It could be a little bit more pronounced, but I'd say overall it looks good. Okay, so that's what I was trying to get to. Yeah, here's the Arthur Fleck, right? Here's the Arthur Fleck in the updated version. And then this was the Arthur Fleck at the event. This one's better. So it could be a matter of lighting, posing, angle, camera, photography, whatever you want to call it. But this one is, the hair is different. It's styled different at minimum. So yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. I hope they fix this Arthur Fleck, because it's not terrible, but it certainly could be better, which I hope they make it better. It's on the right track. From some angles, it looks better than others. But yeah, I think it's on the right track. That said, this is the one that I think is kind of cool to have, but I don't think most people really give a shit. I think most people will care about the bathroom scene and the Murray Franklin talk show version. And again, yeah, it's cool. I mean, if you get the sign there, a lot of the accessories are very similar to the Prime 1 that they made. It's the signs and the cigarettes and the gun and stuff like that. So there's a lot of similar stuff. I like the patches. The outfit is the same. Maybe it should just been a swappable head, and that'd be, you call it a day, but no one would have used it. But still, there's Arthur Fleck again. Still not terrible, but it has room for improvement. There's a close-up of the Murray Franklin talk show Joker. Yeah, I mean, this is really good. I do think the eye color is really accurate to the film from what I've seen. I think this looks great. There's the notebook, the book of jokes, as you will, which I think is pretty cool. Bathroom diorama. People are going to do some cool shit posing-wise with this one. This is a very iconic scene from the film as well. And then finally, as we get to the end of the picture list here, you can see the deluxe version. So this is really what you can expect, right? So if you get the deluxe version, you get these two. You get the Murray Franklin Talk Show Joker and you get the Arthur Fleck, right? And then you get a bunch of interchangeable hands. You get the flowers, you get the pill bottle, you get a cigarette, some photos, a bag, the mask, a gun, a clown nose, and the chair that he sits in. And of course, on the base side, you get the staircase, which is like a forced perspective type of deal. And then you have the Joker Murray Franklin Talk Show backdrop and all that. So the deluxe version is seemingly a good offering. We don't know the price yet. I'm going to speculate somewhere around $1,500 on kit, somewhere around there. That's what I would expect to see, just because of the base and the head sculpts and everything that's included. I'm going to expect that it's going to be somewhere around there. I really, truly do not know. Maybe we'll find out tonight when we interview with John. So I will say the premium version has a lot of value packed in here. Again, we don't know the price yet, so it's hard to say the monetary value and what you're getting for your money. But I will say, as far as there's a lot of stuff here. So if you really are a huge fan of the Joker film, which I am, you have a lot to choose from, and you have a lot of different display options. For me, though, look, I love the Joker film. It's probably one of my favorites, but at the same time, I don't have room to display 4. So, you know, I may pick up this version and just maybe alternate them. I could do that, but this one, I can tell you, in the clown getup is like never gonna make it in. It's just not that important. So I will say the other 3 though, love the other 3. I love the other 3, and I really want to see more of those. So yeah, I mean, we got the same accessories, it looks like, for both versions, besides the bag and the hat and stuff like that you need for the clown version from the hospital. So other than that, I'd say that, yeah, you know, pretty straightforward. And you can see this base here is pretty cool. It's the bathroom base from the bathroom scene. So you could just put him in a dancing pose with this, and I think that's going to look really cool. And then the staircase, I mean, because honestly, you have the Murray Franklin backdrop, but say you want to display the Murray Franklin Joker version, you could put him on the staircase too, right? It's the same outfit. You could put him in the dancing pose on the staircase, give him a little dancing pose, have him moving, and he would be doing something pretty cool. So yeah, I think that looks great. So yeah, those are the photos, guys. Again, we'll know the price in about 3 days, and then we'll have more information on sort of the value. We'll be able to dissect all that. So maybe we'll make another video at that point. But for now, I think we've gone over quite a bit here. So yeah, you let me know which version you guys are considering in the comments below. Of course, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and click that notification bell for updates, because I'll be dropping news like this all the time. And don't forget our interview live tonight on the 28th of January at 8:15 p.m. Eastern with InArt themselves. So we're going to talk about this and some other stuff related to distribution and release times and stuff like that. So it's going to be pretty cool. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to hear what you think about this. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out. See you later. Bye. I got to end this stream. I got to click this bye.